Hello and welcome to Let's Talk About Mega Maker. In this special video, I actually created another special before, but honestly I wasn't really happy about the result. It became a little bit long and I was talking about way too much in depth, and also I talked about really unimportant things and it kind of wasted time with many things. So let's jump into the topic. So what I want to talk about in this video, first of all, there is a Game Maker project, Mega Engine 1.5 by Wrecking Programs, who is one of the creators of Mega Maker, and I want to show you the engine itself, some things about the graphics, the programming, the editing, and I want to compare this engine with Mega Maker's engine. So since Wrecking Programs is one of the creators of Mega Maker, this engine probably is an older version used in Mega Maker, and I'm gonna show you a few things about it at least. So here is my Game Maker project. I mean, this is the one I downloaded. Actually this project is free to download, and sorry if you can see my open broadcaster software screen. Actually you can see interesting, it doesn't show me here. Oh, okay, sorry, I know, it's in the video. Excuse me. So on that link that you can see on the screen, you can get to Wrecking Programs YouTube channel and to the video where you can download this project for both Game Maker Studio and Game Maker 8.1. So you need a Game Maker Studio for this project. You don't need a professional edition that I have. I was lucky with the humble Game Maker bundle. I could buy Game Maker Studio with many of the target plugins, Android, Ubuntu, Mac OS X, and other export targets. It was really cheap, so I was really lucky with that. But you can use the free version of Game Maker to edit this project. Actually this is a really well done little engine. Of course it's a little bit limited compared to Mega Maker. It doesn't have the built-in editor, it doesn't have all the gimmicks, the enemies, but it's a good way to start with creating your own Mega Man or Mega Man inspired game. So this is the unedited project I opened. Here is the example level in the editor. I don't think it's the best way to edit your level, but you are kinda limited to do this. So let me show you the level itself and the engine, and then I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more. So I'm gonna start this project. I'm gonna change my screen. As you can see, you can still see my little desktop screen. However, I'm changing to my usual game screen. Sadly this engine doesn't support controller, I think, but if you are familiar with Game Maker or with programming in general, you can actually add the controller support very easily. Okay, so you should see the actual game screen. So as you can see, it's a little bit different than Mega Maker. It is more like a traditional Mega Man game with the stage selection screen. In this example there is Pharaoh Man's stage. Basically it's a example stage. And sorry about the recording is 30 frames per second, so it won't be as fluid as the other gameplay videos I am making, but this video is not really about the gameplay. As you can see, it's pretty well done engine. We don't have the right to complain about the graphics. Basically these are placeholders, nothing much. And actually we have the weapon selection screen with a few weapons already created. But in the engine, if you are familiar with programming, you can create your own weapons, edit the existing ones. So this is a really solid engine to start with. Unfortunately it's not perfect. I found some glitches with the collision detection in some extreme situations, but I don't think it's a new thing. I mean, you can be familiar with the glitches in Mega Maker. And also it's not that greatly optimized than Mega Maker. I was talking with Wrecking Programs and we were discussing the optimization. I gave some ideas, but it looks like he implemented their own ideas probably, and maybe they will implement some of my ideas. Because the original optimization of Mega Maker's engine was really horrible. It was a really weird concept, and I was holding my head. What are they thinking? And when a level was really big, it started to lose so many frames. It became really slow, and it was hard to play. And they fixed it. But I don't think it's 100% perfect, and there are some glitches existing in Mega Maker, some really weird ones. But most of the case the engine is stable in my opinion. The moving platforms are definitely an issue there. But I really hope they will change concept and rewrite the collision codes, and they will make it a little bit better. Of course, this example contains that collision code that has in Mega Maker, in my opinion. I'm not completely sure, but I think this engine is an older version basically of Mega Maker's engine. Here is the password screen. I don't think it's working as it is, but you can implement it in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure about that. It depends on your programming skills and how can you deal with this engine. Let me go back to the actual editor screen. As you can see, there are many objects to deal with. Here is Pharaoh Man. And sorry, I need to check my OBS sometimes because I really don't want to record emptiness because my settings may be wrong. So here are the sprites, the posing and stuff, and you can edit them as you wish. So for example, here is the sprite, you can change the color, you can completely create a new weapon basically, or everything. You can modify everything. You can modify the boss's patterns, and you can create your own boss. And actually, Wrecking Programs uploaded some tutorials on the YouTube channel. You should check it out. I didn't check them out, but as I saw, they should be really useful if you want to develop your own Mega Man style game within this engine. Okay, so here are the weapon projectiles. You can edit them, you can change the speed, there are some default properties. Here is Mega Man. It's the checkpoint and teleporting. Basically, if you die, it will drop back to the last checkpoint. Some camera initializations. You can actually change Mega Man's speed and jump height, the gravitation, slide speed, and climb speed, charge time. You can reduce the charge time and you can make Mega Man really powerful if you want to, or you can make Mega Man weaker. So there are many options here. You can change the sprites, of course. So you can create a brand new character which kinda acts like Mega Man. You can create your own weapons. For example, here is Metal Blade. You can change the image speed. You can change your. You can create your own sprites. How to shoot. So, for example, if I increase this value, then Metal Blade will be more. It will be faster. So there are many things you can change. Basically, you can create a brand new game using this engine, which is somewhat similar to Mega Man, or you can actually edit it even more and you can create a brand new, totally different game. But this is a solid base, in my opinion, for a Mega Man style game. Here are the different enemy types, you can change the health points, contact damage. When you touch the enemy, it will reduce your HP by 4. This is basically the shielding. I'm not sure, but I think it is. Bullet ID. I guess this is what kind of bullet the enemy shoots. I'm not completely sure about that, but I guess it is. Okay, here are the projectiles. Caught on contact damage. Yeah, it reduces your HP by 3, and you shouldn't place these in the level. This is basically what creates the game in the game. Here is Pharaoh Man. The different shoot type. You can increase the damage of so you can customize it. You get it as much as you want to. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it stores the picked up objects in an array. So this is what stores what you already picked up and what you didn't yet. So even if you restart the level, those pickups won't be there again. These are really important things in my opinion, because it would be really cheap if you could get the same E-tanks again and again and again after you are dying. After you died. Sorry. Here is, for example, the M-tank limitation. It's basically the same as in Mega Maker. You cannot pick up more than 1 M-tanks. Even if you pick up, it won't increase your M-tank number. You can change it to 9, for example, and you will have at most 9 M-tanks. What I don't like about the graphical solutions of this engine, for example, here is Mega Man, for example. I hope you can see it. You should. So this is the basic Mega Man sprite for the standing animation, blinking and stuff. Step animation, which plays when you start to move. Or here is jump animation, which is basically 1 frame. You can edit it and make it a little bit better if you want to. The hit and the slide animation, again 1 frame only. But my point is, what I don't like about this is how the different colors are separated. Of course, when you're changing your weapon, Mega Man's color change to a different color, and unfortunately it's solved like this. So basically there are some masks, as you can see, and the engine changes these masks color from white to anything else. But I think a better solution would be to use a shader and a palette, and you can change the palette, and you can change the actual color of the sprite with the shader to anything you want to, and you don't need any of these mask objects. That would be a little bit more it would be a little bit easier to deal with, in my opinion, but this is the solution what Wrecking Programs decided to use. I guess this is the same as it is used in the engine of Mega Maker. I'm not completely sure about that, but that's what I think, at least. Yoku block code. Okay, I think I talked about the engine a lot. So if you want to create your own Mega Man style game, this engine is pretty good to start with. Obviously you can use your own graphics, and you can change this background to anything. You can actually use your own tile sets, whatever you want to. So for example, I may find a tile set for me. I'm not even sure where I stored that one. Sorry about it if I won't be able to find it. But there, I had a tile set from another project. I know, okay, I think I get, where can I get it? So I had a Mega Man X engine, and yeah, here is the tile set. I showed it in the other video I created, but I actually removed that video because I wasn't happy with that, as I said. It was originally made for a Mega Man X style engine. As you can see, it's a little bit blurry at some points, and I wasn't aware of color limitations back then. This was created many years ago, and I didn't know too much technical things about color palettes of an SNES game, for example. As you can see, there are some really ugly blur at some points, but you know, that's something that I created long years ago. But it's working, so you can use it. For example, as a background, you can create the background tile. So if you have some creativity and knowledge of pixel art, you can create your own graphics and use them for your own Mega Man. I always say Mega Maker, but so for your own Mega Man style game, anything, you can use anything, basically any tools. You can customize the graphics, you can improve the graphics into maybe an SNES quality. So there are no limitations here. Basically you can do anything you want to with this. Okay, I'm guessing this is like that. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about this, but I think this is an interesting topic, and I encourage you, if you want to create your own Mega Man style game, you should try this engine. It's really good. Not perfect, of course, and if you are familiar with programming, you can improve this engine by a lot. You can fix its issues. Sometimes the collision detection is not perfect. It should be a little bit better, in my opinion, but it's acceptable. It's okay. It's okay. Most of the time, it's fine. Okay, so this should look like this right now. I can place this background here. Okay. Okay, so I talked about it enough, in my opinion. Other topic I wanted to talk about is Mega Maker itself. Unfortunately, Mega Maker has some issues, and I really wish it had more features. But the most important thing for me, in my opinion, yeah, that's my opinion. The first thing they should fix the engine itself, the glitches. Sometimes, okay, so I have something I experienced with Mega Maker. So the first version I played with was the first official release 1.0, and it had horrible performance, and it had glitches, of course. I think in some of the later versions, while the performance got better, there came new glitches. That's unfortunate. And if you want to go into technical details, I could be able to tell you the reasons of some of the glitches, because some of the glitches are about the optimization. But feel free to ask me about this. I don't want to go into details now, so leave a comment or contact me on Facebook or here on YouTube. I'm gonna tell you the answer. That doesn't mean I would be able to fix these problems. It will be up to the creator of Mega Maker. But I am familiar with this engine somewhat, and the game maker and programming itself. There are some really unique solutions about collision detection and other things that should be changed a lot to be able to make the engine better. So maybe they should rewrite some of the codes from scratch, because while it is working, there is a potential to run into problems. But you can experience it while you are playing Mega Maker with all of those glitches that happen. Also, what I want to see in Mega Maker, what I showed you here, I really want to be able to add background ties to your level, because that's something that I miss a lot from Mega Maker. That there are those created backgrounds, they look great, they look good, but you cannot customize them enough, and it kinda ruins it for me. The levels kinda look the same thanks to that, even if the structures are different. But sadly, the overall so the levels have the same backgrounds, same waterfall backgrounds, the same forest backgrounds and everything. And I wish there was a way to put your background tiles like this. I don't expect it to be you be able to open your own backgrounds and put it in the level, but there should be many background tile sets within the game, and you should be able to use it freely to draw your own backgrounds. And one of the problems with the built-in backgrounds, some of the backgrounds are not suitable for vertical rooms. For example, the forest ones, they are not really good for vertical rooms where you can scroll up and down, and there is no top of the trees and it looks really weird. And some of the levels kinda need that to be able to go over the forest and go down back to the forest level, go to the sky and back, and without any weird broken transitions. So that would solve many issues. It should be stored just like these tiles, the foreground tiles, where you can stand on. So that would be a really important thing to change, to make the levels more so the creator should have more freedom when they are creating the levels. I think that would make the whole experience a lot better. We would see a lot more unique levels. That would help a lot for Mega Maker in the future, because I really miss those features, to be honest. That's one thing I am a little bit disappointed about. The other thing I would like to see more enemy types, of course. Maybe some customization for the enemies. Some of the enemies, like the beaks, you have different colors of beaks. I really appreciate that, but I would like to see other recolorable enemies, and maybe different colors should mean different strength. Just look at the foot holders. The original, I think orange ones don't shoot, but the green ones shoot. So if you change the color, basically you get a stronger, dangerous foot holder in the game. So that's one thing. I really want to see more gimmicks, more different platforms. Maybe some moving platforms that they can crush you. Of course, there are a few that can crush you, but I mean something that moves up and down from the ceiling with spikes, and you can see some of those in the original Mega Man games. I really miss those. They should make really nice tricky levels, in my opinion, and I'm sure some Kaizo level creators would go mad with them and would create really frustrating, crazy levels. But I wouldn't mind it if the possibility would be there, the chance would be there. I would actually really like to see that in the future, because I think Mega Maker needs those features in the future, in the near future, to make it possible to create basically everything. Think about it, how good it would be if you could actually change the weapons strength. You would be able to change the maximum weapon energy for a weapon. If you would be able to set any of the weapons infinite weapon energy, not just the primary one, that would be really crazy, and that would be really useful for some of the gimmick based levels, in my opinion, because some levels really like, for example, I have the level called Shine On You Crazy Diamond, named after the Pink Floyd song. You have Shine and Charge Kick, and the problem is that you cannot set both of the weapons to infinite. Actually, none of them are infinite. You have the Buster 2, the Mega Buster 2, and the problem is that I really wanted to make the Shine and the Charge Kick infinite, because that's a gimmick based level and you need to use both of them, sometimes actually in combination, and it really sucks when you run out of weapon energy. Of course, I put some weapon energy to pick up, so you can recover and you can get some, so you won't run out of weapon energy. But the problem is that sometimes you still run out of weapon energy because you are trying way too many times and you are not able to finish that challenge, and you fail over and over and you run out of weapon energy. That's true that I missed some of the checkpoints when it comes to weapon energy placement. That's my mistake, but it should have been avoided by be able to set the weapon energy to infinite for all the weapons. And also that would be great if you could put multiple bosses to the stage. Well, actually you can by some text editing, because the Mega Maker levels, so the Mega Maker levels are basically text files, and I'm gonna show you some of them just to see the structure. So for example, here is Shine on You Crazy Diamond, one of my levels, and I can open it in Notepad and you can see some weird numbers here. Basically these are positions, tile numbers, tile ID, enemy numbers, and if you create, yeah, here's the name of the level. I think this is the ID of the maker of the level, so probably this is my name actually. Okay, my name is here, but there is an ID to actually this is a really wrongly optimized level structure, by the way, because you should be able to delete all these zeros and the level would be the same, but it would be a lot smaller in file size. Let me check out. Almost 400 kilobytes. And sorry about going off topic again. Look at this, I'm gonna save it. I won't open it, but look at the file size, it's a lot smaller. But it should work. Okay, so the level structure is like that. Okay, I think I talked about Mega Maker enough. I really want to hear your opinions about my points. I actually forgot to mention a few things, but maybe later in the comment section we can discuss it, or on Facebook in Mega Maker community Facebook group, or someone else on another channel, maybe on forums or on my Facebook or somewhere else. So that's what I planned for this little video. I hope it was somewhat useful. I really encourage you to create your own Mega Man game if you want to, if you are interested in, if you have some programming knowledge, and you can edit the Wrecking Programs engine. You can download it for free. Just please credit him as the creator of this engine. That's all what he asks for, and that's all what I ask for. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was somewhat useful, and stay tuned for more. I'm gonna continue playing Mega Maker levels from the Mega Maker community Facebook group, and I'm gonna play some other levels too, randomly selected levels, keyword based levels. What I did in some of the videos, that I chose a random keyword and I played the best and the worst level that the search engine of Mega Maker threw me out. Okay, whatever. and I'm gonna throw up, sorry. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and see you later.